Morning, my name is Jay Rosenthal. I'm the Managing Director of Business of Cannabis. A little bit of a different setup today. We're a little bit snowed in here in Toronto, so a little bit of a different setup. Hope that's okay. Welcome back to the Cannabis Daily Show for Friday, February 18th. Since 2018, we've highlighted the companies, brands, people, and trends driving the cannabis industry, and that's what we're going to do here today. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below, and always feel free to visit us at businessofcannabis.com, as well as through all of our social channels, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe. If you're watching this outside of YouTube, please do subscribe. A few announcements. February 24th, that's next Thursday, we'll be back here online for our retail series. We're going to focus on the new guidance from regulators on the relationship between brands and retailers in Ontario. March 10th, we will be back in Brooklyn for Business of Cannabis New York sessions. We'll be talking about connecting social equity licensees with capital. We'll be joined by Leafly and Vicente Sederberg and the Williamsburg Hotel, who are making the entire event possible. We'll also be in Miami on April 6th for Business of Cannabis Miami, talking about all things cannabis, retail, tech, design, and data. For today's stories, consumers go mad for cannabis gummies. New York looks to improve cultivation and ease of access for hemp producers. And Ascend Wellness accuses MedMen of having seller's remorse in court filings. For our first story, cannabis-infused gummies are still the most popular edible product in the game, according to Headset, our official insights partner, and their latest report. They reached almost $1 billion sales in last year, with 70% accounting for 70% of the U.S. edibles market. This according to a story in MJ Biz. Now the data. The report tracked data from California, Colorado, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington State. Overall, edibles grew by more than 20% in 2021 to $1.38 billion. Cannabis sales grew by 18.4% during the same period, and all edible segments declined except for infused caramels, chews, and taffy, which grew faster, even faster than gummies. Now, gummies are especially popular among new consumers. Quote, "They're easier to use," said Derek Lilly. He's the head of merchandising at Chicago-based MSO Cresco Labs. Quote, "And some consumers don't like smoking, full stop." For our second story, a bill that would give New York State hemp growers adult use cannabis cultivation licenses passed in both the Senate and Assembly and is now headed to Governor Kathy Hochul's desk for final approval. This, according to Spectrum News 1. It's a big step in creating the framework for cultivation licensing in the state ahead of adult use sales, which are coming in 2023 at the earliest. For our final story, New York's Ascend Wellness has filed 2 new claims requesting MedMen's counterclaims be dismissed. This according to the deep dive. The initial lawsuit says that MedMen breached their contract when they terminated a deal to sell their New York license to Ascend for $73 million. Now, according to the new documents, MedMen reneged on their deal after already accepting $8.5 million from the company through a rough patch to cover operating costs and pay debts. They call it MedMen's counterclaims, which you'll remember accuse Ascend of donating to Kathy Hochul's fundraiser to accelerate the approval of the acquisition deal before its expiration date. Although Hochul's office denies any kind of agreement or meeting occurred with Ascend. So relying on nothing more than 2 false allegations and attempts to plead its infirm counterclaims, MedMen has knowingly fabricated a narrative. This, according to the new filing from Ascend. So that lawsuit continues. We'll keep our eye on that. There is no BFC Live today, but those are the stories we're watching today. Join 10,000 others and catch all these stories and more in your inbox every day at 7 a.m. Eastern with our Cannabis Daily newsletter. And that was episode 31 of the Cannabis Daily Show. Thank you for joining us this week. On YouTube, please do subscribe. Have a great long weekend. We will be back here on Tuesday.